All right, so I think if I show you one of these,
I'll get them all.
you'll get them all.
One of the things that I was a little confused with was, once you've done all the stuff and gotten it into sine, sine the angle equals opposite over the thing, do you pull away the bottom? Is it always you pull away the bottom?
It's just like solving, right?
Okay,
it's just like solving numbers.
I couldn't remember if you pulled away the bottom or the top.
Yeah, it's always bottom. Just like if it was 1/2, you'd multiply both sides by 2.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Same thing.
Yeah.
This so.
Then can we work on angles? Finding angles.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
We'll do that after.
We'll do that on C.
Perfect.
So what we tell the two P's, and this is like, it seems to work for them. You always kind of like have them label all the sides always.
Okay.
Right? And then you never mix them up. So I know opposite, and this is how this works. Biggest side length goes opposite biggest angle. You heard that?
Yeah.
So the 90 degrees has the hypotenuse opposite to it. Always, right? Because the biggest angle goes opposite the biggest side length. So this is always the hypotenuse. So you get to label this, right? Anything
opposite or height, and then
right, and then this is my angle of reference. And if I stood at the angle of reference and I looked across,
opposite,
that would be opposite.
And then bottom is adjacent.
The bottom's adjacent because it's beside. Adjacent is beside, right? Okay. Now, why don't we find the two side lengths, and then I can show you how to do the angle. There's a few rules you can use, right? So you have to use information that's provided to you. And I like always using the information that's provided to me in case I make a mistake. Then I don't get nailed a couple times in the question, right?
Yeah.
Because if you make a mistake and then use that mistake, obviously the next one's going to be wrong too, right?
Yeah.
So I see right now, I know I have an angle, and it's 33 degrees, right? And I also know the hypotenuse is 56 centimeters. Okay, so I could choose whatever I want. Do you want to do opposite first, or do you want to do adjacent first? And by that I mean, which one do you want to solve for, this side length first, or do you want to do this one?
Let's start with opposite.
Okay, so if we, so if you look at any right angle triangle, can be looked at with this acronym Sohcahtoa, right?
Yeah. So this would be so.
Yeah, because you got opposite and you have hypotenuse, right? We don't have opposite, but you're interested in it. So you're just gonna go, okay, well, sine 33 is equal to opposite
over 56.
Over 56, right? And then if this was a fraction, if this was 1/2, how would you get the 2 out of the bottom?
And multiply.
Yeah, so just multiply both sides by 56.
So you pull the 56 over, so then it's 56
sine 33 equals opposite.
56 times sine 33.
Then I suppose you'd have a calculator. Did Miss McCrae give you a trig table?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to use it?
I don't know. I've been pretty good at finding them on my calculator.
Yeah.
They're more exact.
They are more exact because they carry more decimal places. But I guess go 33 sine.
Perfect.
Right.
5446.
5446, right?
Times 56.
Yeah. So 56 multiplied by 0.5446 is equal to opposite. Right? So opposite equals 30.5. Right? Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So then the next thing to do would be, okay, I want to figure out what adjacent is.
And we can just use Pythagorean theorem.
Absolutely, yeah, actually. Now, I don't know if I want to do that or not. You can. You can use
But just for the sake of getting this down, do you want to use trig ratios?
Yeah, that's fine. So which one are you going to use? I think trig ratio is a bit faster anyway.
Yeah, so we use Toa or Ka.
Can you use? Oh, you can. Yes, you're right. Yes. Now, what did I say at the beginning of the question? If I use tangent.
Oh, tangent's always for hypotenuse.
No, tangent's opposite and adjacent.
Oh.
Here's my problem though with tangent.
Okay.
If I just found what opposite was, right? It's 30.5.
Mm-hmm.
What if I'm wrong?
That's true. That's
right?
true. So
why wouldn't you use the hypotenuse that they gave you in the question? Then, who cares if you got the first one wrong? Maybe, I don't know, whatever reason you got it wrong, right? Then you're not going to carry this wrong answer in using opposite over adjacent in tan. So why don't we use cosine? Because I want to figure out what adjacent is, and I know what the hypotenuse is, right?
yeah.
So I can use cosine of 33 is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, right? In which case the hypotenuse is still just 56, right? And then I can do the exact same thing, right? This seems a little bit faster than using Pythagorean theorem. So it's 56 multiplied by cos 33.
How much? 53 or 33?
33, right? Same
So
angle as before, yeah. So then we'll just type this in the calculator. The question's done, right? That seems to me like, yeah, Pythagorean theorem works, and you're going to have to untie it, and I don't know. This just seems a bit faster, especially when you get the hang of them, right? You go, so I'm going to have 47. Right? And you got one thing left to do.
Find the angle.
Okay, how do you want to do that?
180 minus
Alright,
33
okay, good. I was just waiting to see what you were going to do. Good. So you can do, and actually it's not even that hard, because what's 180? So technically it is, you're right, 180 minus 90 minus 33 is going to be equal to angle A,
57.
right?
57.
Mm-hmm. Now, you can do this. A lot of kids like typing this in, but I like saving kids time. What's 180 minus 90?
80.
Is that?
No, 90.
90. So you don't even need to type this in. Right? Because if you subtract 90 from 80, you're going to end up at 90. Or 180, sorry. So you can just do 90 minus 33. You don't need to type stuff in the calculator like that. You said it was 57, is that what you said?
I think so. It should be 57, because 90 minus 30 is 60 minus 3 is 57.
3 more is going to give you 60 plus another 30 is 90. That's how you get, right? That's good. That's what it means by solve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Solve simply means find all 6 pieces of information. All 3 angles and all 3 side lengths. Does that make sense?
Yeah.